Hi, it's me, Silver the Whack, coming at you on this Tuesday. Hello. I know I said that it would be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I think it will rather be Tuesday, Thursday, and then the weekends. Uh, yeah, I think so. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because that then it will actually reduce the number of vlogs uh, in a significant way, so to speak. No more cozy today. It's here. It's here. I just took it out because my hands are a bit cold, and this isn't that warm anymore. But mm, the first sip is always the better, isn't it? So I hope that you are well. I did post one community post yesterday. That was the picture that I took before I started recording the vlog that I was going to post, and then decided against doing so. Let me post this. I am back. I was just making sure that the scrapped vlog is gone for good. There wasn't anything like appalling in it or anything. I just got extremely upset in the middle of it, and when I looked at it, or rather, when I stopped filming, third attempt, as I was finishing it, when I was extremely upset, I was like, this is too much. I'm not going to post this. So I just scrapped it. That's probably what most people who vlog the way I do should do. Like, I am sure, I am 100% certain that there are more people doing random vlogs. Perhaps not in the same exact way that I do them, just coming here and yapping about nothing, not really giving out too many details about my life and what I'm up to, uh, sensitive information. Like some of the people commentary channels love to make fun of. I really wanted to be nicer about that, but some of the new commentary channels that I've been seeing are not very nice. Like, there are a couple with young, I don't want to say kids, but considering that they're around 10 years younger than me, I kind of see them as kids. Especially because I was teaching kids their age when I was 25. I'm not sure how old I look, but I am probably older than you think I am. And I say this not as a delusional comment, but because people don't really get my age correctly most of the time. This happened recently. I thought it was just older people because I live in a village, right? So everyone knows everyone. and people saw me grow up, and my face hasn't changed all that much. Like, it has. Yes, it has. It used to be rounder when I was heavier. And I will say again that the reason why I have an ED is not because I was ever heavier, because I was never like extremely heavy. It's just that when I was that weight, I had like a rounder face. I may show a picture from that time on my Tumblr at some point. I've mostly been using it to complain. Sometimes post things about my crochet and knitting adventures. I'm laughing because this is so the kind of laugh that you're like, oh yeah, way to go, champ, to go. But yeah, the reason why I got upset yesterday, I can like give a bit of a glimpse on why that happened. Just checking the time. Yes, I could check the time right there on the corner of the laptop. But I'm old school. I was looking at my digital clock, which I may show if I ever do a like room tour or something, so that you see the levels of autism that this thing has gotten to. Anyway, the reason why I got upset was because I decided to read one of the stories from the Grimm's Brothers book, right? And that was fine. So I thought. Nothing happened, obviously, because I didn't post the video, so nothing happened. The thing is that I was checking the credits, like, on the book, to see who translated it and who to credit, like, the person to credit. There was a name for the person, whatever, who drew the illustrations and stuff. But there was that note saying that no part of that should be reproduced, recorded, photocopied, whatever, blah blah blah. And I got upset because I've had issues on Archive of Our Own, of all places, regarding the MCA. Believe it if you want to. And it's especially funny because I had receipts that I hadn't done anything without the author's permission, because this was regarding another author's stuff, and I had receipts, plenty of them. They didn't look at it, and I just left the fan base at that point, because yeah, I don't want to be lectured by children and told that I need to leave social media for my mental health. Like, what the hell do you know about that? Is your major psychology and psychiatry? Yeah, I didn't think so. So if nobody asks for your advice, maybe shut up. You know, that's just common courtesy. When I was a kid, I was not out there giving advice to people unless they asked. And even then, why would you ask someone who is a 20-year-old or something, or 19 or 18, for advice? Like, when you're a teen, you go to your friends and you ask for advice, and you get the worst advice in the world because you're asking children, right? You're essentially asking children for advice. But it's fine. In that context, it's fine, I think. I'm sorry about all the snorting, the look like a pig. Out of context, this would be ridiculous, but at the end of the day, I'm ridiculous, so it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I got fed up, and lo and behold, around 2 years after that, the fan base ran itself into the ground because the series ended, and they just, yeah, they were very pleasant people. Let's put it that way. That was part of the reason why I was upset, though. That wasn't the whole reason. The main reason was really the book and trying to copyright folktales. I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's right in any way, because folktales belong to everyone, right? Just nod if you agree. Just nod if you agree. I don't think folktales belong to anyone, and I don't think it's correct to try to copyright folktales and folklore, because it's in the name. That's my brother. Not my brother barking, that's the dog. That's my dog. My brother is the one who takes the dog out for a walk in the morning. Then I do it in the afternoon. And sometimes we go together. Anyway, my brother was not barking. Folktales. It's in the name, right? Folk. It belongs to the folk. It belongs to people. So, what gives you the right to try to copyright folktales? That's not correct, is it? Let me Google it, just so that I'm not saying something stupid. More so than usual, that is. I was half right. Okay, so they have the right to copyright the way they wrote the folktale in that specific book, which was very old-timey and stuff. But the folktale itself cannot be copyrighted because it's public domain. Obviously. Therefore, I can tell you the story that I was reading yesterday, from memory. And that way, that retelling will belong to me. And I am stating right here that if you want to transcript what I'm saying, word for word, it's yours, and you can use it however the hell you want. Any of the stories that I'm saying here, that I'm telling here, even my grandma stories, you can tell them and use them in every way that you want. You have my permission. Because those are my tellings. Like, yes, I'm telling them the way my grandma told them. For the most part, the thing that remains unchanged in those tellings is the rhyme, but the rest is just me remembering bits and pieces, and especially when I translate it into English, then it's just mine. It's my property now. And I am saying right here and right now that if you want to grab that and use it in any way that you want, you can do it, as long as you say it's a folktale, because that's what matters to me. It just matters to me that you say that it's a folktale. But there is nothing, no liability, nothing. It's not copyrighted. It's a folk tale. Folk tales belong to the people. That's it. That's my take on it. Should we do the breathing exercise? Because the stress is rising. Yeah. Just after I will do that after I say the other reason why I was upset. Because my GP was replaced by someone else. And I have not met that someone else yet. And I'm really upset about that. Because I'm tired of changing doctors in every field. Since I'm stuck with state-issued doctors. Yeah. They keep changing them. And the appointments happen when they feel like it. Because there's obviously too many people and too little professionals, so yeah. And I got a bit upset. Because yes, I did have my qualms with my GP, but it wasn't something that warranted him getting fired, and I don't think that it was because of me. Like, when I complained, this was almost a year ago. If that had been the case, then then he would have been gone a long time ago, right? I think that it might have been like complaints piling up, or maybe he chose to leave himself and people just started saying that. Could be a possibility as well, though I know that some people really complained about him, and I think they did that because they didn't understand the way he spoke, because he's from here, but he lived in Venezuela for a long time. So he never lost his accent, which is not uncommon or unheard of. And some of the older people in the village didn't understand what he said, so they complained about that. I'm just upset because they keep changing everything around, and I don't like that. I don't like changes. I have a diagnosis for autism for a reason, right? Yeah. So let's do the stress relief one. Or maybe, let's see. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do the equal breathing one. It helps you relax and also focus. I'm not sure how many cycles this has, but we'll do it together, okay? Oh, well, my face is really close, sorry.
Relax and get comfortable. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Well done.
This is a bit of a different one. It's like the 555 one that I have. But the 555 is a more hardcore one because it's 30 cycles of that. This one, my advice for this one is really, when you're doing it, make sure to breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly as well. Like, that's why the timer exists. Okay? Because if you go like that won't be good. Trust me, it won't. I'm imagining that the people who are tuning in to find comfort and relax and get comfortable know what I'm talking about. Like, having anxiety attacks and panic attacks, you start hyperventilating, and yeah, that's basically what I'm referring to. So when you do that, you do it slowly, okay? That's why when you're having those attacks and people want to help, they try to get you to breathe slowly, right? And the whole breathing into a bag thing, that's not bogus. That is basically you making yourself lightheaded by inhaling your own how do you call it, monoxide, dioxide, monoxide, whatever the hell the thing that you exhale that you're not supposed to be breathing in. It was one of my aunts that told me that, because she works at a hospital as an assistant, not exactly a nurse, but an assistant. These people work tirelessly, so yeah. And she learned this because someone was having an anxiety attack, and the doctor was trying to fill the papers to put this person in inpatient care, and she was ordering my aunt to tell this person to breathe into the bag. And yeah, basically the concept is you just start inhaling the stuff you should inhale, that you expel from your mouth, like the monoxide, whatever the hell it's called, I don't know. That's not my area of expertise. I am a languages major, languages, literatures and cultures, and I will tell you the story. I will tell you the story now, and I will say that this is not one of my grandma's stories. It's a Brothers Grimm story. It's a bit cold. Let me drink this first. I'll pause it. Here I am back. I know this is a me problem. Homie told me that most people don't mind gulping sounds, but personally I do, and I don't like to do unto others what I don't like to be done unto me. So yeah, I make some noises, and everyone makes noises, but if I can avoid making too much noise, then I will. Anyway, the tale. I will tell it from memory, so I'm not reading from anywhere, and this recount will be mine, because I will not be reading from any book, and the wordings will be completely different. So, screw you. Fancy edition. As much as I like the book, I will keep doing this until I translate another one of my grammar styles. So this story is called The Three Languages. If we want to change the title, we can. The Three Tongues. That's what I'm going to call it. The Three Tongues. The Three Tongues, a story compiled by the Brothers Grimm. A folk tale. So, once upon a time, there was a young boy who was not very smart. And so his father said, "My son, seeing that you are not very intelligent, I will be sending you to a master for a year so that you can learn an art." And so the son did. After that year, the son returned, and the father asked, "So, tell me, son, what did you learn in this year?" And the son said, "Well, father, I learned how to speak to dogs." And the father was very upset. "Oh, you disgraceful boy. You go away for 1 year and you come back and you have learned nothing useful. I shall send you to another master for another year to learn an art." And so he did. The boy was away for a year, and when he returned, the father asked, "So, son, tell me, what did you learn in this year?" And the son said, "I learned how to speak to frogs, father." And the father was very upset again, and he said, "You are a waste of time and money. I will send you away for another year to another master, and if you return and you have not learned anything of use, then you won't be my son anymore." And so the son went once again. And when he returned, the father asked, "So, tell me, son, what did you learn in this year?" And the son said, "I learned how to speak to birds, father." And the father was enraged, and he said unto him that he was no longer his son, and he called the people in the village to let them all know that he had no son, and told them all to go and take him to the forest and kill him. Classic Brothers Grimm. But the people of the village took pity on the boy, and instead they told him to leave, and killed a deer and took the tongue of the deer to the father as a token to show him that they'd killed him. Reminds you of anything? Yeah. And so the boy went into the world. And as he was going, he needed to take refuge. And he went to a castle where he asked to spend the night. So he was taken to the master of the castle, who said to him, "Well, boy, you may stay in the premises of my palace, but you must sleep with the dogs who have been terrorizing this land for many moons. And these dogs must be fed at a specific time of day, and they will not choose who they eat, and they have a predilection for human flesh. So, if you go there and you sleep with these dogs and you survive, then you will have my favors. And the boy was not at all scared about this, and he said, "Sure, my king, I will go and sleep with the dogs, as you wish." And so he went, and wouldn't you figure it out? When he went there, the dogs were very pleasant to him. They were wagging their tails and did not harm him in any way. And he spoke to the dogs. And he was able to spend the night with the dogs. When he emerged in the morning, completely unarmed, everyone was surprised, and he was taken once more to the king, the master of the castle, who asked him how he'd managed to do that. And the boy told him, "Well, my lord, I spoke to the dogs in their own tongue, and they told me that they have been bewitched. They have a curse upon them, that they must terrorize this village until because they are guarding a treasure, and they have instructed me on how to get this treasure out and free them of their curse." And the master of the castle said that if he was able to do that, that he would adopt him as a son, that he would become a count, and that he would forever be in his favors. And so the boy went back down, did as the dogs had instructed him. The dogs were very happy to be freed from their curse, and the boy returned with a chest of gold. The king was very happy, made him his adoptive son, and the boy became a count. But the boy was not yet happy, so he got it into his mind that he wanted to travel. And so he did, as it goes in these stories. So he went into the world, and he decided that he wanted to go to Rome. Because it's as they say, all roads lead to Rome. So he wanted to go to Rome. And on the way there, he stopped by a slough. And this slough was full of frogs. And he sat by the slough for a long time, listening to the frogs and speaking to the frogs, and he became very distraught with what the frogs were telling him. But after some time, he continued on his way, until he got to Rome. When he got to Rome, then, he got the news that the Pope had passed away, and they were looking for a new Pope, and they were debating who the best fit to become the new Pope would be, and thought that it would perhaps be someone who spoke many tongues. And so they met this boy who had just arrived, and saw him speaking to dogs and to birds. And they called him and asked if he didn't want to become the Pope. The boy was very reluctant at first, but then he went. And so they decided that this boy, this young count from a faraway land, would become the new Pope. And he was anointed, and all those things, and became the Pope. And so when he was giving his first mass, he realized, oh, I do not know any prayers. I do not know Latin. But wouldn't you know it, the two doves that propped themselves on his shoulders, which were the thing that made the other bishops look at him and think that he would be a good match, since he was speaking to dogs and had doves upon his shoulders and was speaking to them too. The two doves whispered the prayers into his ears, and that way he was able to fool the entire world and make them believe that he knew the prayers and was the perfect fit to become the Pope. The end. Did you like the story? I hope so. Because I tried my best to keep it close to the original without using many of the words that were in there, which wasn't very hard because that was written in a flowery, pretentious, old-timey way. But yeah, the moral of the story is there are no useless skills, basically. This is getting long, but yeah, whatever. I'm doing less of these, so and as a languages major, I like this story for that reason, because yeah, the moral of the story is that there are no useless skills, but and because of all the languages that he knew, but yeah, ecology. He became the Pope, even though he had no qualifications to become the Pope. That's kind of criticism, I suppose. Maybe that was what the original teller of the story was going for. That there are no real qualifications to become the Pope. And there's one thing about the Pope, like, well, the current one is not doing very well, is he? But one thing about the Pope is that people think that he speaks many languages, but that's not true. The thing that the Pope does know is the phonetics alphabet. Like, he knows all the symbols and the sounds that they represent. That's what he studies the most. And when he's handed texts, like speeches, it's said that those speeches are written in phonetics, and that's why when he goes to speak some language, it sounds like he speaks the language fluently. And that's seldom the case. It makes a lot more sense to me personally that he would know the phonetics alphabet, because it's much more effective to just learn the phonetics alphabet, even though there are tons of sounds. It's much easier to learn that instead of learning like the dozens, if not hundreds of languages. So yeah, I think that's it. I was showing my my little doily like coaster yesterday on that eerie picture, but this is what it looks like. It's kind of pinkish, lilac, I don't know, but it's one of those that you can do this too. Like, you can roll it up and do several, and then do a basket and have them be a decorative piece. And I might do that and try to sell it, because I have not sold it. I've not sold anything yet. This is 40 minutes long. You would think that I am a commentary channel. In a way, I'm commenting on things, but not like that. I'm not talking about anyone in particular, except from the publishers of that book. I am doing this. It looks very weird and wonky, but there's a reason for that, okay? There is. I promise there's a reason. There's a reason for me to want this to be like this, at least, like so, because I want to put this in this, right? So it has to be like this. I tried to follow a tutorial yesterday and got frustrated because, for one, the tutorial was not very, very good. No shade. Honestly, really, no shade at all. People put time and effort into the tutorial, so I really am not trying to shade anyone when I say these things. I just when it has a little thing right here, so that you can hang something from there. I might do that. But yeah, that's the reason why this has this shape, because the tutorial that I was following was for a bigger clasp, and I got frustrated when I was trying to connect this to the thing that I did, and I ended up frogging it. I have, where is it? Sorry about the noise, it's unpleasant, I know. Yeah. It was going to be rainbow. I mean, is it? Well, it's quite sturdy, isn't it? Maybe it doesn't have to go in the bin. Looks like a chain of some kind. I mean, it is a chain, but this bit just came off. But the rest is quite sturdy, which is interesting. Okay, I see you. Okay. Maybe this doesn't have to go in the scrap bag. Speaking of scraps, before I go, where is Willem? I can smell it. It's here somewhere. Here we go. Anyway, what I'm smelling are the scraps of that. I was talking about the socks that I was intending on doing. But that ended up not being very good, because I don't know how to use the magic loop thing. So I might just do it flat and then sew it. But I haven't given up yet. But yeah, well, that's all, and that's enough. I hope that you're all well. Thank you for being here. and for putting up with me. I appreciate you all very much, really I do. I really just want to come here and vent for a bit, I guess. You know, before I go, since this is already 45 minutes, let's see if I can draw something and inspire that one user who comments on my videos and was inspired to do art from my stuff. Be right back. Just so you don't think I'm lying, this is how it's going. Let's see what comes out of this. Ta-da! Here it is. I did it. Evidence my dirty fingers. Dirty everything. Oh yeah. I did not have the titanium white that they asked for, and I thought this was going to be pastel only, but it was not. They just pulled out the titanium white randomly, and they said that these bits, the black bits, would be done with a pencil, but then I realized it was not a pencil, it was a marker. Yeah. But overall, I mean, yeah, not bad. For someone who's not used to working with this, especially because these pastels are kind of dry, so I had to use like literal oil to smear it. This, like, I hope that this inspires the artist who comes around for the comfortable vibes to do more art, because if I can do it, so can you. But yeah, that's it, that's all, that's enough. It's plenty, it's almost 15 minutes, but yeah, I'll be back. That's a threat. Bye bye.